What's going on, everybody? Muhammad here with Rights of Fathers. Just wanted to make a quick video to talk about child custody and spiritual warfare. It certainly is a spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare in the sense that it is a battle beyond this world. And if you really look at the legal system, you'll see that they put a lot of obstacles in place to basically serve as an impediment for certain type of people. If you're spiritual, or if you belong to like a certain group of people, they have all the protocols that is required to basically stop you from getting what you want, which is your child. You will see that a lot of times when people are going through child custody, even though they have all these laws to to protect one side, which is usually the mother, they make exceptions for certain type of people. So you'll see, like, all of a sudden certain type of people, they go through child custody seamlessly. Everything is just hunky-dory. They got like the perfect separation, with 50-50, and they just go about their lives with no issues. But it's only a certain type of people that they will find that when they're going through it, the court system has a bunch of protocols to basically deter you from having your child in your life, and this is all by design. If you look at the people or the groups of people that are ruling the world, they're all families. It's a group of families that are ruling these worlds, and they know that. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I'm back. It just seems like every time I make a video, somebody always stops to say something to me, even though I don't know. But I'm still gonna make this video anyway. So like I was saying, it's a group of people that are ruling this world, and they're families. So they understand that the most important thing in this world is to have a family, because if there are strong families, they're gonna stand as opposition to these select group of people, and they wouldn't have made it this far if if there were strong families. So obviously their agenda is to target a select group of people and to basically undermine families from developing and from achieving cohesion and to work as a unit, because family is everything. And what they're when they say that they're using divide and conquer, the way that they do it is they support one side, they overpower the mother, and then they essentially take all the rights of the father. And by the way, it's all the way that they're doing it, it's all fraudulently. But they prey on people's ignorance, people's lack of knowledge of the law, and they've been getting away with this for probably, who knows how long they've been doing it. I'll say at least over 50 years. So it's a spiritual warfare, and it all started from when you made the wrong selection with the mate. We all have intuition, and if you're going through a child custody issue right now, you know that at some point your spirit told you that, hey, try to warn you, but you overlooked it, and you allowed your emotions and your passions to overrule your logic. and that was the point at which you allowed the adversary to penetrate your force field. So it is definitely a spiritual warfare, and it's really it's really esoteric, like, especially, when you're dealing with the court systems. When you understand the law, you will know that when you enter into the court system, you're actually not in this time and place. You're actually at a different dimension. You're at like a sort of like you're at like some people, it could be like a fictional realm, but you're definitely at a realm outside of Earth, and you're not in the present. It's always like, if you actually read the law, you will see there's nothing present about it. It's always, they're talking about the past, or they're talking about the future. They're most of the time they're talking about the past. They're using words like was, or just past tense. If you just read carefully, read it multiple times, you'll see the law is not written in the present time, in the present tense. It's always written in the past or the future tense. And by virtue, that in itself makes the contract fraudulent. But if you don't know if you're not educated, you're not gonna understand that. So you're not gonna be able to challenge the grammar. By just challenging the grammar alone, you could break out of that spell. So yeah, you have, unfortunately, if you're going through this, people like me, Kanye West, your vessel has been penetrated, has been invaded, by the spiritual adversary. So you got to tighten up. You got to get on point. You got to get back into your spirituality, whatever that is. Even if you're religious, it's whatever faith that you're in. They have some sort of protocol that you can use to reinforce your force field. It is indeed a spiritual warfare, and when you're dealing with the courts, unfortunately, most people, they just waive all their rights, give all their powers to the attorneys, without the understanding that all these attorneys and judges and lawyers, whoever, guardian litem, they're all part of the same team. They're all part of the same team. The worst thing that you could do is when you're engaging in this spiritual battle, it's not to understand that the marriage contract, it's like one of the worst contracts that you could sign on earth. It's literally one of the worst, because the reason is it becomes like a three-party contract. So it's like a triangle. The state is on the top, the mother to the left, and you're on the right. So unfortunately, you actually are in a marriage with the state. So that gives the state power over you, because they're on top of that triangle. So even though they're supposed to, the mother is on the left and you're on the right, the court system is supposed to be in the middle to balance out the scale of justice. They never do, because it's a spiritual warfare. They don't want, their goal is not to have strong families, but to actually destroy families. So what they do is they always tip the scale in one favor, so they keep you off balance. And once you're in the marriage contract with the state, it's like one of the contracts that you can never get out of. Even if you think you're divorced, you're not divorced. Just pay attention to your paperwork, and you'll see that they're still gonna, even after you get a divorce, they're still gonna refer to you as a husband. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna talk. The title of the case caption is gonna be marriage, and all you gotta do is just ask the judge, hey judge, why is this caption saying marriage if you divorced us, you know? And they're never gonna answer that question for you. They're never gonna answer it. So if you're divorced, why are they still talking about a marriage? What marriage? It's the marriage between you and the state. All right. There's only one way to get out of the marriage contract. There's only one way, and I'll talk about it in the future, not right now. Until next time.